Assembly election, the worst ever, as INEC has succeeded in mismanaging all gains of electoral reforms. Labour Party. The leadership of the Labour Party has watched with trepidation the ongoing rape of democracy in Nigeria as being supervised by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Today, the Independent National Electoral Commission, led by Professor Mahmoud Yakub, has clearly proved to the world that the outcome of the February 25th presidential election, which denied Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, the victory, which Nigerians graciously gave him, was not a glitch, as infamously claimed, but a well-orchestrated plot to favor a particular political party and candidate. Well, everybody in this last election has their own opinion, and majority are divided, especially on the presidential election, or who the winner is. The empires have announced the winner, while every other person is bringing up their opinion. Well, thank God for the way the electoral process is programmed. When you are aggrieved, you go to the court. But generally, I just want to talk about Nigerians when it comes to election. Our focus, maybe that is where we are today as a nation. Our focus is mostly on the presidential election and the governorship election. Today, if you look at the apathy after the presidential election with all the euphoria and all the momentum, at the gubernatorial election, it was calm. Yeah, in some states, people voted of the candidate of their choice. In some states, the godfather were able to impose their candidate on the people. But above all, are we learning at all? As a nation today, if you go to most of the states, most of the people in the state don't even know who their representatives are at the State House of Assembly. We voted on the same day gubernatorial election at the House of Assembly. People just went there and voted for the party. The candidate that will represent them at the State House of Assembly, if you ask the majority, they don't even know them. So you don't know who is going there to represent you. Why are you blaming the government for the outcome? Want the person that is going to, supposed to be at the State House Assembly to represent you and say and do what will add value to your life. All they are talking about is will provide. How can a legislator in the House of Assembly member be talking about giving transformer, bringing police posts to your local government, to your environment, and doing roads? That is not what they are voted in. They are there to make laws that will impact their life, generally talking about education, talking about tax, talking about reforms, talking about health, things that will add the value to the society in general. Somebody that is coming to campaign telling you that is going to buy generator or buy transformer for you, is that what they are elected for? Somebody coming to empower people with Okada, is that what they have been voted for? Until we begin to join these political parties, ask questions, attend the meeting, and begin to know what is happening. Otherwise, we will continue to go around the same circle every election time. You are doing the same thing and you expect a different result. Honestly, we may not get it in this country. Let everyone that wants the good of this country come out, go and register with any party of your choice. Don't let it be an ad hoc thing, coming out and be shouting when you are supposed to be part of it. Go in there, join any political party of your choice, like minds, and begin to rub minds and begin to see how things can change for us in this country. Otherwise, the next 4 years again, 6 months to election or 8 months, somebody will come out again and begin to talk about things that we want to hear, and everybody will join the bandwagon, and before you know it, the election will come and go again, we'll go back to the same circle. Go in there, register as a political party member, go in there, attend their meetings, go in there when it is time to nominate somebody that you know can represent you well, whether as a chairman of local government or House of Assembly, be part of the process. When you get the right caliber of people in all those platforms, whether at the state assembly or the local government chairman, then you begin to see the difference. You begin to see the effect of getting quality people to represent you, not just anybody that will be unpicked, that does not think the left from his right, and you think these are the people that will make things to work. It will not happen. Umbano. Well, what transpired during the election across the nation was a complete sham, according to Labour Party chairman, as seriously thuggery, violence, and suppression of voters prevailed unchecked. People were prevented from going to vote for candidates of their choice, especially when they perceived you are supporting the opposition party. There were also incidents of ballot snatching, intimidation of voters, and high level of vote buying. These electoral crimes were very visible in Rivers, Lagos, Enugu, Edo, Delta, and several other states. The court is there for everybody to take their grievances to. If you have evidences in all these states mentioned, my brother, chairman of Labour Party, please let's do the needful. Let's go to court. Yeah, sometimes we assume. Let us go to court, take all these evidences there, and it will be on record that an attempt was made, even if we don't get anything at the end of the day. But most of the time we assume we won't get something. We have seen instances where judgment has changed a lot of things in this country. Let's continue to follow the process in every of the electoral circle. There was also high level of voters apathy that was apparent everywhere. People were not as eager as the presidential election to even go out and vote. If we look at the result, most of the differences where we were having high figures during the presidential election, we surprised in states where particularly Labour Party was having good numbers. In this gubernatorial election, the numbers were just too abysmal. People have lost faith in the electoral process. They sincerely believe that it was not worth it after what happened on February 25th. Why would they give up easily? It was just a process. You don't just give up. You want to change things. You must be consistent. The tenacity must be there. Don't give up easily. In politics, you don't give up. We have seen people coming out to contest, lost severally, and at the end of the day, because of their consistencies, they were able to get what they wanted, and they are making impact. Where the mandate given to the Labour Party was stolen, people believe that their vote will not count anymore. So Independent National Electoral Commission has succeeded in mismanaging all the gains that were made in the electoral reforms. The Rivers State government used the state officials to harass voters. Enugu, one of our supporters, was shot, and the entire Enugu North senatorial zone was invaded by thugs. In Lagos, the All Progressive Congress sponsored thug invaded polling units where our candidate has huge supporters. In Edo State, the thugs had a free day, unleashing maximum violence. It is very chaotic across the nation, and it is very unfortunate. Security agencies look the other way when there were violence. It is very apparent that even the security agencies are equally compromised. They are Nigerians. Whatever we get at the end of the day, the next 4 years, everybody will partake of it. There won't be any market for any political party. We all go to the same market. We trade in the same business environment. So there's nothing there. Everybody will partake of whatever we get at the end of the day, whether good or bad. We are very far from true democracy. The wishes and aspirations of the people have been defeated. What we have in Nigeria is civilian dictatorship. We therefore condemn the entire process and call for the cancellation of the result from the polling unit where voters' intimidation and other forms of crisis were witnessed. Cancellation may not occur, but whatever evidence they have as a party, they should take it to the court and let the court do the needful. Well, what is your take on this? Kindly make it known. Labour Party said INEC contributed woefully to all the reform that they were thinking will happen.